Pretty good. I tried not to let my eyes pop out of their sockets. But does it make French fries? Alex muttered something about stupid boys, which I'm sure had nothing to do with me. The afternoon light faded quickly. Over at the bowling bag, Blitz and Jack kept working their entry in the great Jotunheim sew-off. The shadows got longer. The temperature plunged. I noticed this because Blitz had recently given me a drastic haircut and exposed my neck was cold. I was just grateful there was no mirrors around to show me the horrors Blitz had worked upon my head. Alex threw another tree branch into the fire. You might as well ask. I stirred. Sorry? You want to ask me about Loki? Alex prompted. Why I put this symbol on my pottery, why I have a tattoo. You want to know if I'm working for him? Those questions had been lurking in the back of my mind, but I didn't understand how Alex could know that. I wondered if my healing touch had backfired somehow. Maybe I'd given Alex a look inside my head. I guess it worries me, I admitted. You act as if you don't like Loki. I don't! Then why his symbol? Alex cupped her hands around the back of her neck. That design, the two entwined snakes, it's usually called the earnest snakes, named after some place in Norway. Anyway, it's not necessarily a symbol of Loki. She laced her fingers and wiggled them around. The snakes signify change and flexibility, being versatile. People started using the snakes to represent Loki, and Loki was fine with that. But I decided, why does Loki get to take over that cool symbol? I like it. I'm making it mine. He doesn't get his own symbol for change any more than he owns me. To Helheim with what people think. I watched the flames break down another piece of wood. A swarm of orange sparks rose from the pit. I remembered my dream of Alex's suite, Loki turning into a woman with red hair. I thought about the hesitation in Alex's voice, why she talked about Loki as her parent. You're like the eight-legged horse, I realized. Alex frowned. Stanley? No, the original eight-legged horse. What's his name? Slipnir? Mallory Keene told me the story. Something about Loki turning into a beautiful mare so he could lure a giant stallion away. And then Loki got pregnant. She gave birth to Slipnir. I glanced at Alex, very aware of the garrote now lying across her thigh. Loki's not your father, is he? He's your mom. Alex just stared at me. Well, I thought, here comes the wire. Goodbye limbs, goodbye head. She surprised me with a sour laugh. I think the haircut's improved your brain power. I resisted the urge to pat my hacked locks. So I'm right? Yes. She tugged at her glittery pink bootlaces. I wish I could have seen the look on my dad's face when he found out. From what I gather, Loki shapeshifted into that sort of woman my dad liked. My dad was already married, but that never stopped him. He was used to getting what he wanted. He had an affair with this voluptuous redhead. 9 months later, Loki showed up on my dad's doorstep with a little baby as a present. I tried to imagine Loki in his usual dashing form, maybe wearing a green tuxedo, ringing the doorbell of some upscale house in the suburbs. Hi, I was that lady you had a fling with. Here's our kid. How did your mortal mom react? I asked. I mean, your dad's wife. I mean, your stepmother. It's confusing, huh? Alex tossed another stick into the fire. My stepmom wasn't happy about it. I grew up with two parents who resented me and found me very embarrassing. Then there was Loki, who kept showing up at random times trying to parent me. Man, I said. Woman, today, Alex corrected. No, I mean... I stopped, realizing that she was teasing me. What happened? When did you finally leave home? 2 years ago, more or less. As for what happened, a lot. This time, I recognized the warning tone in her voice. I was not welcome to ask for more details. Still, Alex had become homeless around the same time as my mom died, the same time I'd ended up on the streets. That coincidence did not sit well with me. Before I could chicken out, I blurted, "Did Loki ask you to come with us?" She locked eyes with me. "What do you mean?" I told her about my dream, her throwing pots at her mother. Loki was saying, "It's such a simple request." It was fully dark now, though I wasn't sure when that had happened. In the firelight, Alex's face seemed to shift and jump. I tried to tell myself it wasn't the Loki part of her revealing itself. It was just change, flexibility. Those twisting snakes on her neck were completely innocent. "You got it wrong," Alex said. "He told me not to come." A strange pulsing sound filled my ears. I realized it was my own heartbeat. "Why would Loki tell you that? And what were you and Sam talking about last night? Some plan?" She curled her garrote around her hands. "Maybe you'll find out, Magnus. And by the way, if you ever spy on me in your dreams again—" "Guys!" Blitzen yelled from the Mount Bowling Bag. "Come take a look!" End of chapter 37.